Hello, Shawnee.
Oh, hello, Nathan.
How
Here we
are
are
we today?
again.
Yeah.
Oh, still good. Still good from what I know.
Okay, so we have another plot points episode. Wearing the same clothes as last time because that's what we do.
It's almost like we're doing
Yeah.
this straight after the last one, isn't it?
Yeah, because we are. All right, so Thor: Love and Thunder. Now,
Yep.
I'm not going to say anything about my thoughts about the movie before we get in, but just
Okay.
in terms of the plot points, we'll quickly recap how you play. So there's 5 plot points. So we're going to go through the movie, 5 plot points, and each plot point there's going to be 3 options.
Okay.
One of them is what actually happened in the movie. 2 are completely made up. And you have 3 lifelines if you would like.
Oh,
So-
excellent. What are those lifelines?
So you can remove... good setup, thank you. You can remove one of the options.
Okay.
So it makes it basically a 50-50 choice. You can ask to elaborate on one of the plot points.
Mm-hmm.
And that, to be clear, is only one of the 3 options. So I won't elaborate on all of them. You have to pick one that you're sort of thinking about
Okay.
and get me to elaborate on it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also a rewrite. So you can, if you feel like you made a mistake on one plot point, you can go back and change your option.
I like this.
And that can be done after you find out your total score, if you would like. Or you
Okay.
can do it throughout.
Easy. Let's go.
Alrighty.
I'm ready.
So Thor: Love and Thunder.
Mhm.
And just to clarify, you haven't seen the movie or any like significant trailers?
I've seen parts of the trailer.
Okay.
All I know is maybe I should just say what I know.
Just say a little bit, yeah.
I know that Chris Hemsworth
Yeah.
gets naked.
Yep.
Gets naked.
Yep.
And Natalie Portman becomes like a female Thor.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah. That's just what's in the trailer.
Sure.
That's all I know.
Cool. All right. So plot point 1,
Natalie Portman's
is
so attractive.
the opening. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, we get to her. Don't worry. Okay. So the opening. So I'll give you a little bit that actually happened. We meet the villain Gore,
Okay.
the God Butcher.
Gore. Ooh,
So
the
do you know
God
anything
Butcher.
about Gore?
No idea.
No. Okay. So Gore, the God Butcher, played by Christian Bale. There's
Okay.
no spoiler there. Oh, by the way, there are spoilers in this, obviously, so don't watch it. If
Yes.
you
Massive spoilers.
Yeah. So this is sort of the backstory on Gore that we get in the opening scene.
Okay.
So he's a struggling artist who really admires the gods.
Mhm.
So he creates all his art around the gods, but he feels like he's sort of just a mortal man that's kind of a loser in real life.
Mhm.
And he comes across in one of the galleries that he works at the neuro. I think it's called the neuro sword or the necro sword.
Mhm.
Necro sword, I believe. I should have done my research before. Yeah, so necro sword is like Gore's weapon that can kill the god. So he finds it like as an artifact at just abandoned in an art gallery. Plot point B, it's kind of like they just skip all the setup and we're basically seeing Gore. So it's like a mid-action scene where we see Gore attacking some of the gods in real life. So he's sort of on Mars, attacking Mars,
Mhm.
the god of fire.
Okay.
Or he's in the desert with his daughter, and they've been like traveling for weeks or days. They're really struggling, and he pleads to one of the gods to save his daughter, but she dies. And he realizes sort of the gods have let him down, and sort of the necro sword calls to him, and then he kills that god. And then we sort of go into the movie.
Oh my gosh, these all sound so outrageous, but like
This is
you never
Taika
know.
Waititi
You never
directed.
know. Oh, okay. Well, my thought process is the first one sounds the most classic setup. You have your down and out loser character. If he's into art, that's kind of his passion. We have his interests, and he just finds the sword at a museum. Is a bit weird.
Well, I'm not going to elaborate unless you want me to. That's all I'll
him
say.
being stuck in the desert just randomly with his daughter is a bit out there. It's kind of like, why would he be out in the desert? What was the second point was?
So we see him in action. So basically,
Already
the
in
movie starts.
action.
He's already he's at Mars, he's on Mars, and he destroys Mars, the god of fire. So we sort of see him kill a god in the first scene.
Well, I feel like these gods coming up are that's the next phase. So I don't think they'd kill off a god already at the start of this film. I feel like the gods are pretty much a big deal. I think it's option A. I think we get a little bit of build up to the character.
Okay, so struggling artist Gore.
Yep.
All right. So plot point 2. So this is how we meet Thor.
Okay.
So Thor has just finished completing a mission with Hulk. So we see a bit of the mission, and he learns that he hears that Gore is targeting New Asgard, and he has to go back to save it.
Okay.
Thor is completing a mission with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
he ends up having this argument with Star-Lord, and Star-Lord sort of officially says to him, he's never going to be part of the Guardians of the Galaxy because he's too independent.
Mm-hmm.
He's never going to be part of their squad. Then he learns that Gorr's attacking New Asgard, so he goes back.
Okay.
Thor is completing a mission with this is option 3. Thor is completing a mission with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, man.
He has a heart-to-heart with Star-Lord, so they sort of have like a D&M. Okay. And then Thor sort of realizes that he doesn't really have love or companionship in his life like the Guardians have, and that he's always going to be a loner.
Yeah.
And then he hears about the New Asgard's being targeted by Gorr, and he goes...
That's tricky, especially because 2 of them start with Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't think it's him and Hulk, because I'm trying to think from memory. I think he goes off with the Guardians at the end of Infinity War, the second part.
I don't remember.
Of Thanos. He's with the Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't see him having a heart-to-heart with Starkiller, because most of their comedy... Star-Lord. Yeah, my franchise is mixed up. Star-Lord, because most of their comedy and interactions are like comical. I don't think he'd have a heart-to-heart. I think there'd be, that disband, that he's never going to be a part of the group, because again, he is, a rogue, and then he'd go off and fight his own thing. So I want to go option 2.
Okay, so that he gets into that argument with Star-Lord, and then Star-Lord basically says,
I can see that.
Not part of our group. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Man, this is hard.
So Jane Foster, she's Thor's ex-girlfriend in the movie, played by Natalie Portman.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So this is kind of, it's a plot point, but it is basically sort of her role in the movie.
Okay.
So she's dying of terminal cancer.
Okay.
And then she joins the fight with Thor. So the plot point basically is Thor going to New Asgard.
Mm-hmm.
Jane sort of shows up there.
Yep.
And joins the fight with Thor in that sort of first battle with Gorr.
Okay.
Or plot point, or B, she regrets breaking up with Thor, and she goes to find him, a New Asgard. So she sort of regrets what happened in the past, goes to find him, shows up in that first battle, and Gorr captures her. See, she's dying of terminal cancer.
Oh, okay.
She shows up to that battle. She gets kidnapped, which sets off a timer because she will die in that period that Gorr's captured her, which puts the pressure on Thor to go and find Gorr.
Jeez.
So, because Thor's a bit sort of, reluctant to do it, but then sort of finding her is his motivation to go capture Gorr quicker.
All these are so similar. It's very tricky. I'm going to have to use a lifeline. I want to remove one of the options.
Okay. Should I make it easy or difficult? I'll remove C, so the dying of cancer and getting captured by Gorr.
Okay. So what was number 1?
So she's dying of terminal cancer, and she shows up to join the fight in that first battle on New Asgard. Mm-hmm. So Thor goes to there. Mm-hmm. She's there.
Number 2?
Number 2, she regrets breaking up with Thor. Mm-hmm. So she goes to New Asgard to try and find him and make up. And then she gets captured by Gorr in that battle. So she's trying to find Thor and gets captured.
Oh, man. I think she's got the cancer, and her becoming She-Thor later on will cure the cancer. So I'm going to go with option A.
A, okay.
Yeah. Oh, man. I'm so lost.
Option
in this
4.
plot.
Option 4.
Yeah, okay.
This is Taika Waititi. Yeah. If anyone's seen this movie, you know how ridiculous some of these plot points
are. How far already?
Yeah. We're going through it. So this is the famous, this is the naked scene, but I'm not going to address that in this scene because a lot happens in this scene. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Thor goes to what we call Omnipotence City, or Omnipotent City, Omnipotent City. Okay. There's sort of a joke on the play of words. And Russell Crowe is playing Zeus. Famous Australian actor, or New Zealand, I think.
Did not see that coming.
Yeah, so that's the true part, okay?
Okay. Wow.
So these are the
Russell
plot points.
Amazing.
So A, he has a fake Greek accent. Thor kills him.
Oh, okay.
And then becomes king of the gods.
Okay.
Plot point B, Russell Crowe just speaks like Russell Crowe. So he's basically just shown up as himself in Zeus outfit.
Okay.
And so Thor's obviously gone to the Omnipotent City to talk to the gods about Gorr. Mm-hmm, And so basically Thor gives this sort of speech. He agrees. And then Zeus, based on that speech, agrees to give him a hand. Mm-hmm. And says like we want to help you, but we can't do it. But we'll give you Zeus is like, I'll give you my lightning bolts, and you can go fight Gore, like permission from the gods to go.
Okay.
C, he has a fake Greek accent. Thor kills him, and then he escapes with the lightning bolt.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All of them sound. That second one you gave a lot of info on, but that seems a bit too easy for the movie, just to get accepted. There's no conflict. But him killing Zeus on either option, oh my gosh. Can you elaborate on the third point, please?
The third one?
Yes, please.
Yep, so Zeus has the fake Greek accent.
Mm-hmm.
Thor kills him, so basically there's the naked part in the scene is like the gods are having this meeting, and Thor basically crashes the meeting. And then they're sort of walking through all the gods, and it's kind of like a comedy. It's really weird. I'm going to give my opinion on the scene. It's probably the worst scene I've ever seen in a movie. But they're walking through all the gods, and they're sort of sitting there watching, and Zeus is basically, it's like a kind of an update, or like he's just calling a meeting of the gods. And Zeus is there to basically try and warn them about Gore. But Thor's trying to warn them. They don't really take Thor seriously.
Okay.
And he sort of realizes he needs to do something about it.
Yeah.
So he then decides to kill Zeus.
Okay.
And then steals a lightning bolt, and they get away.
Jesus. I don't know. That seemed like you were making it up a little bit. Just you were tumbling on your words a little bit.
Maybe.
I'm going to go with option. What was option A?
So Zeus has a fake Greek accent. Thor kills him and then becomes king of the gods.
Even that seems crazy. Like, what? I don't think he would become king of the gods already. Like that. No. Man, this is tough. I don't know. Jesus, this is really tough.
Do you want me to give you a double elaboration on that plot point as well?
No. That's okay. That's all right.
I'm going to go with it.
I think he... No, I'm going to go with the third one. I think he steals the lightning bolt out of desperation. Oh, man. Okay.
All right. Plot point 5 and the final plot point. The battle with Gore. So the final boss battle. Of course, you have to have one of those. Okay. Strap in because there's a description here.
Oh, boy.
Okay. So Gore has kidnapped the Asgardian children.
Okay.
And Thor gives them the power with the lightning bolt, Zeus's lightning bolt. They go into Eternity's realm. So Eternity's realm, because I have to set this up a little bit. Okay. It's like you get basically granted a wish.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like the immortal god. So it's like the eternal god, basically. So Gore's wants to kill all the gods. Essentially, he's the god butcher. So his wish is to kill all the gods. But at the last minute, Thor convinces him to choose love and save his daughter. Okay. So save Gore's daughter.
Okay. Yep.
B. It's a similar. So Gore has kidnapped the Asgardian children. Jane Foster gets to live. So basically, Jane is at the final battle. Okay. She survives. Okay. And then Thor and her at the end get to go off and do their next mission. So it's kind of like the whole concept of love and thunder is that they've got the lightning bolts and they've got each other. Yeah. And they can go off
love and thunder. Okay.
Yeah, they can go off and do missions. So it's kind of like the whole movie was a reunion of their characters. Okay. So she becomes Thor, basically female Thor at the end. Yeah. And that's how they're going to be for the next movies. C. So they're at the final battle. Thor tells Gore to leave Jane and the children out of it. Okay. So again, Gore has kidnapped the Asgardian children. Yep. But Thor sort of says to Gore, look, I'm the god. They're not gods. You need to fight me. So they go to the Shadow Realm together. Okay. And that's where the battle occurs. And it's sort of going along, and you're kind of thinking, like, it's Thor, right? But then what happens right at the last minute is Gore decides to enact the wish to kill all the gods. And you're like, holy shit, Thor's died. Okay. The wish goes, and then the movie ends. And you're like, Taika Waititi, what the fuck? You just completely thrown the Marvel universe off its course.
I can't ask any. Oh no,
you've
used my one.
No, you did the 50-50, didn't you? Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. I would have used it on that last point. Man, I reckon because Thor's been used up so much recently, I think maybe not killed him off, but I reckon they're going to give him a bit of a break, and they're going to let Natalie Portman take over the reins for the sequel and have less Hemsworth. It also makes for a great cliffhanger and makes Gore more of a villain and setting him up for the future. So I don't think they've killed Gore off completely. Man. But if he has been killed off, if he gets killed off in one film, like why have a build up though at the start? Like you just start him off killing the god on Mars then. Man, I reckon it's the third point. I reckon they kill off Thor, but he's not really dead. And it just gives Natalie Portman a chance in the sequel to do a bit more action because they've just introduced her as the She-Thor. And then Hemsworth will be on a bit of a break for the next film because we've gotten a lot of Thor. We've seen him completely naked. He gets to kill Zeus. Yeah, we'll give Natalie the spotlight.
Okay.
So, option C. Let's do it.
All right. Do you want to do any rewrites yet, or do you want to hear how many you got right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you said A for plot point 1.
Mm-hmm.
You said...
Really need a pen for this.
Yeah, you said B for plot point 2.
Mm-hmm.
I should have circled it, shouldn't I? Which one did you say for plot point 3?
Oh my gosh.
A. You said A.
What was it? Which was it? You sure?
Jane Foster dying. She said she's dying of terminal cancer.
Yeah.
The city, you said he
steals the lightning bolt.
Steals a lightning bolt.
Yep.
And then 5, you said C.
4.
Well, that 4, that was a lightning steals lightning bolt.
And
5,
C
again.
Said,
do you want to you want your score?
Yep.
Sean, Thor: Love and Thunder, plot points.
Yep.
You got 2 out of 5.
Ooh.
So you did better than last time. You've doubled your score.
Whoa, watch out.
Do you want to do a rewrite and potentially, statistically, you have a chance of getting to 3 out of 5. Yeah.
I will do a rewrite. I will. Yeah.
Which plot point would you like to rewrite?
I'm gonna do number 1.
Do you want me to reread the options?
No.
Okay.
I know exactly what I want.
For the audience?
Instead of
okay.
Christian Bale, yeah.
Yeah, so God Butcher is played by Christian Bale. We know that.
Instead of getting a softer opening showing his character and what he's into, I reckon they're going to introduce him already attacking Mars, the god.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to change my point to that he's on Mars and he's attacking. We see him attacking one of the gods.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
Yep.
You lock it in?
I'm locking it in, Eddie. I've locked it in.
Now lock it in. That's the final thing because now you can't change.
Jesus.
All right. You did a rewrite?
Mm-hmm. I did a rewrite.
I will tell you that plot point you did get wrong originally.
Oh, no. I know where this is going. Yeah, go on.
But like the Lightyear one, you selected it to the other wrong option. So you're still 2 out of 5. And that, everyone, is Thor: Love and Thunder. I'm guessing you don't want spoilers.
No, don't give me spoilers. But him in his desert with his daughter, that seems such a weird, out there plot. Like, why is he just in the desert with his daughter? You know? What? Oh my god!
I will tell you now it's one of the worst Marvel movies I've ever seen.
Oh really?
Oh, it's terrible.
Can you give me without spoilers, just like 2 sentences?
Yeah, like a quick little review.
Yeah.
It's so, as you could tell with some of those choices, right?
Yeah.
It's like one of those, I'm trying to think of a movie to compare it to. Maybe actually The Last Jedi, where it's like every choice that they could have made to make it good, they were like, let's just do
the opposite.
Let's just do a lame choice. Or it's like they set something up and then let's ruin it.
Oh my god.
Now, I read quickly, I don't want to shitting all over the movie.
Okay.
Apparently Taika Waititi is doing like 5 projects at once because he's got like the What We Do in the Shadows TV show.
Yeah.
He's doing Star Wars as well now.
Yeah.
He's doing a Star Wars thing.
Yeah.
I think he's got like another indie movie and stuff. So apparently he's just like, he was directing it, but his
energy wasn't
spread too thin.
Yeah.
And apparently as well, it's that kind of thing he's trying to recreate because Ragnarok was so good. You know, did you like
No,
Ragnarok?
I haven't
You
seen
didn't?
Ragnarok.
Oh, we do plot points on that too.
Oh,
No,
if
because
you want.
Ragnarok it took Thor, because you know how Thor was really dark,
Yeah.
and then Ragnarok had the comic tone.
I remember I had like Jeff Goldblum, Sam Neill had a bit more of a lighter. Yeah.
Sam Neill's in this one too as one of the actors in the play. He's only in it a little bit.
I need to catch up to my Thor then.
The issue with this one was it's like a super dark movie with all the gore stuff.
Yeah.
As you could hear some of those plot points.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's still got the comic tone at the same time, and it's very jarring.
Yeah.
It would have been better to have just gone with one or the other.
Just a darker Thor.
It's just for me, and I think a lot of people who reviewed it, like what the general consensus is the tone just doesn't work. Because the plot itself
with
is
an
like,
enemy called Gore.
Yeah.
Like that sounds like really dark and dirty and gritty, like Gore, you know?
Yeah,
and he's out there to kill everyone. I can't imagine it being a super silly movie, but then you've got things like the ha-has with Hemsworth getting stripped down naked. Everyone's like, "Ooh, wow, look at his penis." It's like, I don't know. I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch that scene. I'm just like, really, like, we get it. He's got a good body. He's good looking. Yeah, we've seen this. You know, we saw this in the last phase.
I will say the omnipotent city scene is probably the worst Marvel scene ever.
Well, it's got Russell Crowe.
Entirely wasted.
If Russell Crowe is doing a Greek accent, mate, I'm not going to be happy. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
You don't know which one.
I don't know. I don't know what accent I'm going to get with Russell Crowe. You know. Yeah. But thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Now I have to go watch the film, unfortunately, and see where we are.
Are we ever going to do like a recap, like go back over it?
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
We should do next time. I'll go watch it, unfortunately, and we'll do a review on it.
Yeah.
We'll do a quick review. We'll do a quick review, and we'll look back at it, you know, this discussion, and we'll see what I thought, you know, after I've seen it.
Thank you, Shaun.
Easy. Thank you, Nathan.
See you later.
Take care, everyone. Thank you.